No matter where you go, there you are. Buckaroo Banzai.
That's a weird quote.
Hey, look, I'm making this up on the fly. I did not prepare this episode.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the point of what we're doing right now.
Exactly. So for those of you just joining us, Lindsay and I are discussing the future of the podcast and our activities as a whole under the Practical Trouble banner. So the challenge is, well, actually, I'll let Lindsay explain the challenge that we've run into trying to write our most recent episode on organizing.
We wanted to write an episode on organizing, as Frank just said, because we're seeing a lot of people that are just sort of say, like, we need to organize, but nobody seems to really know what that means. And it turns out that we don't entirely know what it means. And that's because it means a lot of different things. And my first instinct on what it means is different than Frank's. And when I start thinking about it further, then I get even more different perspectives on it. And Frank does the same thing. So we can't write an episode on organizing.
And Lindsay has this annoying journalistic integrity where she actually wants to know what she's talking about before she talks about it. So
I don't have the consultant mindset yet.
Oh, okay. All right. So we've decided that maybe what we should do instead is change the approach to both this podcast, whether it will continue in its same form or not. And instead of trying to be like the experts on all topics activism related, since we honestly aren't, and we can't gain that knowledge fast enough to be practically experienced people giving you the truth as we observed it in the field. Instead, let's change our focus to building a community and pulling people together who may be at the same level as us, less experienced than us, or much more experienced than us, and see if we can just find a way to get people who care about this stuff together, who can also help each other with what knowledge they have.
Yeah, a lot of what we're seeing and what sort of started this whole experiment that we had was that, people wanted to do stuff and they couldn't figure out how. And a large part of the reason that you can't do stuff because you don't have a community. You don't have anybody to help you work through things, to help you explore ideas, to test things out on. So maybe we can be that.
And Lindsay and I both have done different things trying to get involved with existing communities, right? Whether it's your local party or an individual's campaign or a nonprofit that's on a target or just, another group. And it's not easy. Like sometimes you can find a good group and get going with them, but a lot of times you get in there and you discover it's sort of an aimless bundle of egos. And that's the name of my new cover band. From now on, though, we're going to see if we can put something together that is a little more constructive and able to help people figure that out. So what else do we need to say in our very quickly improvised episode?
Let us know what we can do. Our goal is to be helpful, and to make the world a better place. And we can't do that if we don't know what people need or what people want to hear from us. If you're listening to this and you think that's an awesome idea, then let us know that. If you're listening to this and you think that's really dumb, they should keep doing what they're doing, or I've never heard of these people before, what are they talking about? Let us know all of that too.
All right, that sounds like a plan. All right, well, thanks for coming for this week's episode of Practical Trouble. We made it up on the spot and we hope you liked it.
We still did awesome.
We still did awesome.